I can take my business back to 1999 when I went to a man's house who was a millionaire and he had a big party and I made a lot of relationships. After the relationships, 2003, that contact is what led me to making $30 million just off of one sale. You know, I went to an insurance conference a few years ago, met a guy, we didn't hit it off. We had a terrible call together one time. I'm talking a 5-minute call that was horrible call. I said, we'll never do business with this guy. He came back saying, I still want your business. What can we do to make this work? We made it work. Fast forward, he's the one that ended up putting me in contact with De La Hoya and a couple other guys that raised $10 million for a business. These were contacts. We networked. We went through it. You look at Zuckerberg. He goes to Harvard, meets a kid named Edward, meets the Winklevoss brothers. That leads to Facebook. You look at Warren Buffett, who networks and meets a guy named Charlie Munger, who he thinks is smarter than he is, and that brain, those two together build the empire that they built. Everything's about networking and your contacts, especially if you want to increase your wealth. Let me put it to you this way. It is very difficult for a billionaire to befriend somebody that's worth $20,000. Very difficult. You know why? Because the experiences are different and the level of thinking is different. If you hang with a billionaire, your $20,000 somehow, someway is going to get higher. Somehow, someway this thing gets higher because you're borrowing their thinking. You're borrowing who they know. You're borrowing their associations.